little over 5 years ago, we began an adventure called church planting. Now, there are many reasons why we began this journey, but let me just share a few. Secularism has slowly become the dominant religion in America. Also, we began to notice a great number of churches that were closing their doors. We began to feel the effects of the failure of the family, and whole generations were growing up without any knowledge of who Jesus is. All this wasn't just happening halfway around the world. It was actually happening in our own backyard. Wanting to address these issues, we began to look at our own mission statement and see how it directed us. As it states, we're a gospel-centered community seeking to glorify God by making, maturing, and multiplying disciples. How could we help our community? Church planting seemed like the answer. First, we began to realize we could make an investment in church plants. That's exactly what we began to do. In Detroit, we helped Restore Church, led by Cleet Bontrager and Mike Hanafy. In Camden, New Jersey, we helped Epiphany Fellowship, led by Doug Logan. In Howell, Michigan, we have been helping Ben Luthi, who's planting Anchor Church. These are just a few examples of the way we began to make an investment in church planting. But making an investment was only part of it. We also realized we needed to mature planters. The way to do this was to offer internships and residencies. In these residencies, we saw it as a way to train guys theologically to help them understand contextualization and figure out methodologies that would work in those contexts. God provided 2 new residents, Jim Monk, who desired to plant in Ann Arbor, and Brian Evans, who wanted to plant in his home city of Detroit. Every week, a gathering of guys known as the Church Planting Cohort meets in our building. These are planters from all over southeastern Michigan who get together to encourage each other, to strategize, to edify, and to pray for one another. In addition to making an investment and maturing planters, we recognize the need to multiply churches. Over the past 5 years, we've seen exciting things as we've had the opportunity to partner with Acts 29, the Church Planting Network, as well as be in relationship with other EPC churches that were seeking to multiply. Today we can celebrate God's work of 3 churches that have been birthed from First Pres. It was just a few years ago that we saw Jeremy Roth, one of our own interns, fulfill his dream of planting a church in Dearborn, Michigan. Today, that church meets in the old Adre building on Carlisle Road, right in the heart of Dearborn. They have a unique ministry to the local school, where the principal there asked them not just to participate in the lives of the children, but to the parents themselves. They also started a weekly goal sports program, just like ours, but in their 2nd season, they already have over 90 children participating. Jeremy has been blessed by 2 interns that the Southern Baptist Convention has provided. It is cool to see how God has used different denominations to help the gospel go forward. In Detroit, Brian Evans is currently working in the local schools through a mentorship program and holding weekly Bible studies in the basement of a newly renovated church building that was donated. Brian continues to build his core team, and he continues to seek opportunities to build relationships with those in the community, as we've seen through many community outreach events. God is truly up to great things in the 48224. Jim Mong is planting in Ann Arbor, right in the heart of the University of Michigan. Their numbers have been steadily increasing since they've been having regular worship services. They do a variety of outreach events, which include everything from basketball to book clubs, to Bible studies, to even a jazz night in the park. God has even provided a co-laborer all the way from Manchester, England. It's amazing to see what God is doing as they seek to reach the people of Ann Arbor. God is so good. It's exciting to see how He brings us together on mission when our focus is Him and His glory.